If your kid goes to school, then it's basically a target for all sorts of things, isn't it? I mean, you send your kid to school and you've got to hopefully have some faith in the curriculum that the teachers are going to teach your children, or indoctrinate, as I might call it. These are people, of course, that you have no real knowledge of. You perhaps don't know them very well, the teachers. You don't bring them round for dinner in the evenings and get to know them and understand their philosophy, their politics, their mode of speech, the sort of things they might want to, as a sort of a by the way, give to the children as they're teaching them. You don't know what their temperament is like, for example. And we've seen in recent times, have we not, that teachers, they don't seem to be very questioning these days about what it is they're teaching. The sort of common sense that a number of people are saying, well, I don't know that I actually want this to be taught to my children. And of course, teachers are like, well, you've got to, you've got to teach this, or lose your job, lose your pension, lose all these things. And this seems to be the case across all sorts of industries. Whistleblowers, for example, have the same problem if they are to try and tell the world what's going on in the institution that they're working for, because they'll probably have signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, saying that you can't say anything, so all this is secret, top secret. And if you do, you'll lose your money, you'll lose your wages, you'll be out on the street, you probably won't get another job, and any of your pensions and things will just vanish in a puff of thin air. So people are in very difficult situations when they're working for these companies if they do find out dodgy things. Well, it's come to my attention, and I have to be very careful on YouTube, as you know, all these platforms. The censorship is ever creeping in like this to stop people like me just even putting out an idea. I'm not necessarily saying this is true, this is a fact. I'm not saying that, this is my opinion. And sometimes you get information and you want to share it. For example, like the stuff about girls, it seems, and check this out for yourself. I'm not saying it's true, but it has come to my attention that girls at school are being encouraged to take a GAB, just another bashing, one of those, a VAX. I did think of a funny name for that, but they're being encouraged to take something which, now I forget the name of it, and I daren't say it really on this platform, just in case the algorithm goes boop, 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 get rid of the phobes. But the thing is, they are being encouraged, and this may have some effect down the line with their ability to have healthy children. And if you are one of those people who, out of necessity, because I'm sure most of my viewers now absolutely understand that putting your children into some sort of detention centre in which they are indoctrinated, SCHOOL, I think that's probably an acronym for something rather sinister if we were to work it out ourselves. And I'm sure people in the comments will now start to go away and go, oh yeah, let's work out social, communist, hideous oodles of, anyway, whatever, you work it out. That was me doing it on the fly. But the main point of this is that it does seem that children, and particularly girls, are being targeted to have just another bashing stuck into their arm to affect the general ability to populate this world. Because we know, do we not, that there is this where is it written? Where is it written? So it's absolute 100% proof. But we do get the impression, let's put it like that there is a movement to depopulate this world of too many people, too many useless eaters. And one of the ways we can do that is, of course, is prevent people from actually having babies by keeping the fertility problems high and the ability to actually conceive perhaps or have babies which will go on to be good members of society or members of the new world that we're growing, or indeed children that may grow up to have critical thinking and common sense. It does seem that we've had a period, have we not, where common sense just has gone out of the window. People are born with common sense, but by golly, it's bashed out of them. Just another bashing. Sorry, that's a... Yes, Anyway, we do see that that is common sense is taken out of it, and in its place, cognitive dissonance. Did you have one of those in 2021 when they said the world was going to end if you didn't? And now are you having issues? Can you see the difference between the two? Or has this just another bashing thing, has that affected in here your ability to have common sense, to be able to go, my goodness, I can reason that this happened then, this is happening now, the two might correlate. But it does seem that out there in the great wide world, that so many people who are having these issues still cannot see it. And the worst part is that not only can they not see it, but they're sending their young ones, the young ones, to have just another bashing. And that's not fair. That is not fair. If you are one of those people who firstly are sending your offspring, your little boys and girls, into a room with 30 or 40 other children of exactly the same age, and having somebody acting in a sort of tyrannical, dictating fashion, preventing them from doing a biological function when they need to empty their bladder, and saying, shut up, listen to me, this is the history of the world that you only need to know, don't ask any questions. If you are one of those people sending them to those sort of prisons, well, you know, maybe think again about that, but be aware. But be aware that there are a lot of things going on behind those closed doors, I am told, including the just another bashing, which is something which really we don't want to destroy the lives of the... I mean, look, just have a look at the life that is already out there, that we have moved to basically prevent them from having a fantastic life, and we've encouraged them to go behind screens. Soon we'll be registering their faces and all their biometrics, their eyeballs and everything. We will probably have spare bits of their DNA in some little cylinder somewhere, so that if they do wake up and start to go, excuse me, miss, why is the world the way it is? Oh, quickly inject a little bit of this special DNA to keep them dumbed down and good slaves. If you're one of those people that do send them to these institutions, then be very careful, because things go on behind those doors. What we need, I mean, the answer is clear. What we need is more of those Hope Sussexes, those places where you can go with your children to learn and have fun and enjoy and appreciate the natural world and things that are real and proper. A bit of alchemy, a bit of, you know, whatever your religious beliefs are, a little bit of something decent and honourable and sensible, rather than these places that have barbed wire gates and security locks, you know, just in case the odd person comes in with a, you know, something. And yet there's trigger happy people in those places putting just another bashing into their arms, which is a bit of a worry, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.